Oh, welcome back. It's been a couple days, and I'm back working on the skid steer. I got to get this motor fixed. It's close to winter time out here, so I'd like to have this to be able to move the snow. I do have a plow truck, but this thing is much easier for piling up the snow when it gets pretty tall. Yep. So I think today I'm going to try to start off with taking out these, this radiator. Yeah, I was looking into it, and it looks like, so this side comes from the oil from the engine, so it's oil radiator, and this side comes from the hydraulic system into the radiator, so I guess it cools both of them, so that's pretty neat. And yeah, so I'm going to try to take these off, and hopefully some of my fittings actually work for this. I think it'll just give me easier access to, maybe be able to lift the engine up just enough to get the oil pan out. I mean, it looks like I'm guessing the piston rings are shot from overheating this thing. Yeah, I had this head apart a couple weeks ago, and the head looked fine, the head gaskets looked fine. So it's really just, as far as compression is concerned, there's really not a lot of other things that can handle that, change the compression other than, piston rings. You start getting into other things like bearings, and that can give you some knock and tapping noises, weird noises, and fluctuations. But to have compression cylinder change just from adding oil, compression goes up. In my experience, it's always been the piston rings. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna try to break some of these free. All right, so I got you in the cab now, or in the engine bay. So for the engine oil, there's a line here and a line here. It doesn't look too bad. Actually, a little bit of access in here. It's not too bad. I wouldn't want to do this for a living, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a wrench in here or not. But JIC fittings. Nice to be able to keep some of the dirt and debris out of there. It does. Excellent. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I feel like that was kind of loose. There's one down here for the hydraulic system that runs to the filter. Right here, the hydraulic filter, and then this one runs from the tank right here. So I'll try to take it off right here, because you can see there's the level of the tank. Hopefully I can take it off here. It won't spill all over the place. Same with this one. So we'll see. We'll give it a shot. Oops. Probably help if I went the right way, huh? Right. I think I have one of them, but yeah, so anything under that line is going to spill all over the ground. Well, it's less than ideal. Well, it's going to make a mess, and I'll have to clean it up. That's all. That's all. It's not the end of the world. Well, all four lines are free. Looks like there's just a couple bolts holding this on. Oh yeah, hold on to this frame right here. So looks like 1, 2. I guess I probably could take the radiator off first. These bolts. 1, 2, yeah. It doesn't seem too bad. I'll try to take off the radiator first, and then take off that housing after. See if I can set you guys up somewhere where you're not going to get hit. I'm trying to clean up a little bit. It's still like a solid, so we'll a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna wait. Here's your water. And what's gonna see what else I'm gonna get caught on. Alright, that's free. That's gonna be free. It's really what the one on the inside, what that's gonna get caught on. It's not super heavy, but it's not light either. Really? So if you can see it, yeah, they gave us these nice handy little holes, the bolts up inside of them. Very nice of them. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I'll try to set you up there. Let's see if this baby impact will do it. Nope. Alright, let's try the bigger impact. Oh, guess it's not I thought they were Weldons, but turns out they're not. Here if I can. I think this might be concrete. Well, I think I got it enough to at least get the let's get the socket on there. I think. Find out. Okay. Okay. Yep. So that's it. Okay, roll. Yeah, temperature-wise today, it's actually pretty nice considering it's middle of November. I'd say it's probably close to 60 degrees out here. Can't complain about that for New England. Can't complain. Oh. Uh-oh. Guess I didn't think this one through, huh? Can't get around the fan. That's funny. No, that's funny. Not a big deal. I'll just take off those other bolts. Guess you have to do it step by step. No cheating. No shortcuts. Focus. Why not? Let's do one side. Fuel line. So we got a fuel line here, and a fuel line here. So I'm guessing one return, one incoming. I wonder why that's... Huh. Maybe it's just a label? Yeah, it's just a label. So there's the fuel lines. So I can probably disconnect them either from here or from up there. There's the oil. Yeah, this is where I messed up last time when I drained this from the outside. I didn't think I was draining everything. I thought I was just draining the engine oil, but you know, I didn't look at the manual, so it's my own fault. All this could have been avoided if I had just done a little more research before I started changing fluids and messing around with stuff. But hey, you know what? You live, you learn. And like I said, I don't mind doing this stuff, so it's not the end of the world, and it's a learning experience. So it is what it is. But yeah, we got the starter back there. Take that line off. Engine mount bolt in the back, like right around there. You can probably see it. Engine mount here. And then the same thing on this side. You know, to disconnect the throttle cable. And yeah, and probably some oil lines in the front. They go to the heater that doesn't work. Well, it might work. I don't really know. It's there's a yellow handle. I don't know if you can see it back there. That has oil that runs to the front to where there's like a little heat exchanger for heat in the cab, but it's closed off, and I bought it that way, so I haven't messed with it because I haven't really needed it. But who knows? After I get this thing put back together, maybe we'll try to get that working. So, you know what? Something I should have done a long time ago is let's just take this battery out, because no sense in getting electrocuted. So, one fuel line runs to the return line over on the injectors. Okay. And then one fuel line runs right there to the pump. Alright, that makes sense. Nothing too crazy. But we can disconnect some of these electrical lines while we're here. Like this little guy. So these two, it doesn't matter which side, it's just the, I'm guessing the oil sending, no, probably not the oil, the coolant sensor. Oh, that might be a crank position sensor. I don't know how new this thing is. But either way, those are the two lines for that. And then let's see what we got down here. Well, that doesn't want to come out, so I'm not going to mess with it too much right now. Okay, what else do we have? We got these lines and disconnect. Yeah, it's nice. Not much for electrical connections, so it does make it a little easier. And there's somewhere into the other side for all the relays and the solenoids, the safety switches, things like that. Alternator. But not horrible. Not horrible. Look at that. Look at that. Right, that's pretty bad. Did it loosen up? It did. Okay. I'm not trying to drop the buttons at the end of the day. Of course, it's fine, but this side, let's see if we can take off the alternator parts. They might be the same weird size as the one up top. Yep. There's another one. Okay. Is that a 10 millimeter? Yes, it is. Okay. Now we'll try to disconnect that starter. Let's see if I can get you guys in there. So the starter is down inside of here. It's right back there. Starting solenoid. I don't need to take the whole starter off. I just need to take off the wires running to it. I really don't even have to take off the red wire because it's attached to the, well, it was attached to the battery, and now it's just hanging out up here. But might as well get it out of the way. I can't even feel it with my fingers. I think I might have to get an extension. Let it go. Let it go. One shot. Let's see if this will like the right away. Oh, that's free. Let's cut loose. Yep, cut loose. Yeah, I'm sure you can't see well. No water in here. Just put the camera. Alright. There's the battery cable. Let's see if I have any better luck from down here. Still blind, so that's less than ideal. Oh, looks like I didn't even have to actually take it off. Whoops. Oopsie. Right, one less thing to get caught on. Alright, what else do we have attached? It is kind of nice being able to just stand up in here. So in the back we got just the wiring harness right here. That's already loose, so that's good. There's just something attaching it down here. Yep. Something attaching it on the bottom. No big deal. Let's try to take that off, I guess. Okay, put the bolt back in. I'll try the bolt back in. Oh, there we go. Oh, can't get this bolt in. Alright, nope. Off for now. So that's free, with the exception of what? Alright, so there is another cable. I don't even know what it is. You guys might be able to see it better than me. Whatever this is. It's a relay. Which means hopefully it just has a flathead underneath it. Nice. Just a relay. I'm not sure what that is. That might be the fuel shutoff relay. Yeah, that's my guess. Alright, so we got the fuel lines off. What else do we have left over here? That harness is free. Looks like we got these fuel lines, or these, not fuel lines. Underneath this filter, I don't know if you can see it, there's some oil lines that, like I was telling you, runs to this hose runs to the heater. Well, actually both of these run to and from the heater core, or heat exchanger, whatever you want to call it, that goes into the cab. So it looks like I gotta break those free. That would make things a little easier.
Well, it's smaller than 1 1/16, but maybe I can get lucky. Nice. Sweet. Oops, hit you guys, apparently. So, I'm working right down there. On this line. Oh, it's attached to that thing still. There's one behind it. Crap. That's why. Alright, gotta get some more tools. Right. So I've got another one on it. Let's see if it'll break free now. Oh, broke free. And I didn't break my knuckles, so it's a victory to me. Alright. I think I will disconnect. I'll disconnect the engine ground. If you can see it. It is right. It's right here. There's an engine ground. What is that? Okay. Put that back in. What was it? This holds a plate on. Oops. Alright. At least it's on there. Okay. I think that's pretty close to the down on the back side of the motor. Alright, welcome back. Here another day trying to mess around with this skid steer. Gonna try to pull this motor out today, and it looks like the only thing really holding it on to the machine is the mounts on the bottom, and where it attaches to the pump right there where that bell housing is. So I'm going to try to support the pump because the pump doesn't have any mounts or anything. It just is like floating inside of this cavity here, and there's the final drives on either side. So I'm going to try to support that. Maybe hook it to the arms, the ratchet strap, something like that, just to keep it up, because once I disconnect it from the motor, it's just going to fall. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do right now, and set you guys up somewhere, and hopefully you can be able to see what the heck's going on. Now let's hope that's in the right spot. See, there's two little mounts right here. I'm guessing that's probably the lift points. So I got pretty close to center. Alright, now that's taken care of. Let's get in here and try to take off some of these bolts that hold it onto the bell housing. Like this. I don't know how many of them there are, but they don't look horrible. And it also looks like this has been off before. That's not great, but not the end of the world. We'll get it. So I'm guessing it's metric. Maybe. Looks like big hose right away. Big hose. Yep. Okay. Get these off. Not crushing nuts. Not me. I'll start that one. Yes, right away. Hose. Sorry, going away. Yes, away. Oh, it's okay. This one nice. It's a little bit. It's pretty. It's like a hold on. Nice. Okay, this last one here. A couple of them that might get running. All right. All right. Let's try to hop back down. Preferably without dying. That's the goal. Here's the bottom side of that bell housing. There's a bolt there, there. I'm guessing these two I gotta take out as well. So it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. This guy. Put that side way. Okay. Set it right here. Yep, this is it. Okay. Look. Alright. I think all the bolts are out. So that's nice. It'll just be about disconnecting the engine mount. I'm gonna take off these engine mounts. There's one right there, and one right there. So I don't know how I'm gonna set you guys up for that one. I will try. Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna have enough room. So let me try to break that free and I'll get back with you. Alright, so I got the front two out. And those are bolts that ran through and through. So that was, I shouldn't even say that, sorry, it was a bolt that had a recessed fitting. And you got to it from the top, you pulled the whole bolt right out. So these ones in the front though, these ones are carriage bolts from underneath. So after I loosen this up, I already did loosen up the other side, but after I loosen it up, I'm gonna have to hit them down to get them out of the machine. So I can pull this engine forward, sorry, back, whatever you want to call it, towards the back of the machine to free it up from the pump housing. That's the plan anyway. And assuming I didn't forget any wires or lines, it should pop right out. So get this last engine mount off. And I get one carriage wondering, so these are everything 16s. I don't know what's back here. That's like after back one here, but I didn't measure, but nope, not much. There's no going now. Oh, there it goes. Alright, let me get the other one down. There's the other one. Alright. So I got the excavator out. Another thing I got at auction, Ritchie Brothers auction for this one. Got this like I don't know, 5 years ago or so, for 16,000. It's not a bad little machine. Had to put a little work into it. I put a final drive and a little bit of repairs, replace some lines and pins, but yeah, not too bad. Yeah, Cabelco SK45 SR2. I'll show you guys that at some point. But I'm gonna try to. I don't think this is gonna work. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to do this. So that'll kind of suck. But I'm gonna try to put a chain around this. Have a D-ring on the back around that. So we'll see if it'll work. I don't know. We'll see. Looks like I got it free. Let's make sure I'm not catching any lines or anything. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, looks like it's free. I don't see anything catching. Try to get it the rest of the way out. And hopefully don't smash the GoPro or anything else important. Got the engine out of there. So, at least I'll say the last person who put this in, or took this out, at least they were nice enough to put that anti-seize compound on there, because that slid right off. So that's nice. Definitely helps. I mean, in here is pretty freaking dirty. I clean all that out. But really, I just need to make sure this engine can be fixed. there's no point in cleaning up everything if the engine's toast and I have to go try to find a new one or anything like that. But the engine itself, I mean, now that it's out of here, doesn't look too bad. It's dirty. Definitely needs to be pressure washed. But yeah, the anti-seize on there. That's really nice. Yeah, you can kind of see where the starter engages the flywheel right there. Boomer, are you helping? I know, you're a meathead. You are a meathead. I know, you're a meathead, Boomer. It's a good thing you're cute. It is. It's a good thing you're cute. I know, always in the way. Always in the way. Yeah, where's Maya? Huh? Where's Maya Papaya? I don't know where she went. She's probably hiding inside. Oh, don't jump. No, don't do it. So yeah, so this is the machine that I bought like 5 years ago or so. It still has the Ritchie Brothers tag on it after all this time. Yeah. Kobelco SK45 SR2. Weighs like 10, 12,000 pounds, something like that. 45 horse. You know, I really haven't had a lot of issues with it other than the normal wear and tear type of stuff. Yeah, I just had someone order the gland so I could fix this cylinder because that was leaking pretty good. And I've already done the one up top, but the curl cylinder, I can see it's leaking now because I can see it dripping. But, so one more thing to add to the list of stuff to fix. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this engine on a stand just to make it a little easier on myself. Hopefully my my cheap Harbor Freight stand will be able to hold this much weight. It might not be able to. I might have to come up with something different, but I will give it a shot. I'll bring you guys back when I hopefully have this thing on a stand.